All right, guys, so welcome back to another video. So I've been talking a lot about ulnar deviation, radial deviation. It's been working for me, as you can see in many videos that I made. But today, what I want to do is I want to use the Hackmotion, and I'm going to see exactly how much ulnar deviation I'm doing, how much radial and how much ulnar deviation I'm doing in my actual swing. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the Hackmotion to compare those numbers with some professional golfers and see how much ulnar deviation they're doing, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. So stay tuned for the video. All right, so for this I'm going to be using the Pro version. The reason why I want to use the Pro version is because it's going to tell you your ulnar deviation and radial deviation, and that's what essentially that's what I'm most interested in. So I'm going to start with my pitching wedge, just hit it to the yellow flag, and I'm going to see what it's going to give me. Slightly to the left. Okay, so basically what you want to do here, if you look at the graph, you see how it goes radial and then it goes ulnar, and that's exactly what I've been working on. These numbers right here, address, stop, and impact on the right side. Don't look at the extension and flexion, because I think that is not going to help you if you think about that. You have to think about radial and ulnar. So I have an address -13. Then I have at the top +21, and then on impact -22. And if I compare this to a Golf Pro, I have to select the short game. Let's select the pitch shot, and then I can compare it and look at the numbers. The numbers are very close. So basically on impact, actually the Pro here is doing a little less ulnar than me, and at the top he's doing a little more ulnar as well. So I think the numbers, you don't have to get it exactly like the Pro, but the main point that I want to prove is that you have to do ulnar deviation on the downswing. Okay, so now I'm going to go with something more challenging. I'm going to hit a 7-iron. All right, this was great. And this is a straight to target. Ulnar -5 ulnar. Okay, so again we have impact, ulnar position of -5, at the top radial position, and address ulnar position. Now if I go into the graph, it's doing exactly what I wanted to do. You want to go a little radial, see how it goes radial, and then on the downswing you want to go ulnar. Okay, so this time we're gonna go with a 4-iron. All right, this went a little left, but I mean I will still be like on the rough. I mean it's not a hook. Let's see. Yep, I got a lot of ulnar deviation on that one thing. Let's see, top, yeah, impact, a lot of ulnar. All right, this is good. It was a little low flight, but it's clean, guys. It's very clean, and this was straight. Okay, so let me look at the swing right there, and radial, and then it goes ulnar, and this is a great swing. This was a great swing, and you can see that if I look at I know that I didn't want to look at the deflection, but I'm actually flexing without even wanting to do that. I mean, I work on trying to flex the club for so many years. I never achieved that, and now all I'm thinking is ulnar. And look at this graph right here. I got my first flexion on impact. That's incredible. But guys, forget about flexion. Just think of your ulnar. And this one I got it to -20. The address I was -10. So I can work on these numbers. I can look at some pros as well. I'm gonna look at this was a 4-iron. So let me look at, maybe they have a 4-iron that I can compare to, or let's look at the 5-iron and see what it says. Make sure you change your player, because it changes with what you're hitting. So on impact, actually on this guy, it says that that was too much ulnar deviation, but so it depends on the player really. But the numbers are, like I say, as long as you're doing the ulnar on your downswing here, if you see the graph, as long as you see those wrists going down like that, then that's gonna get you those flush shots right there. So these are, for me, these are great numbers. And again, the very first time I got flexion, and I never done that before, and I tried it so many times and it never worked. So the best way is not to think about flexion, just think about ulnar, guys. Okay, one last one with a 4-iron. I'm gonna try to hit this a little hard. Let's see if I can. It's just, I'm so impressed that the shots are so clean. Ulnar, so wrist down on the ulnar. Oh, that was beautiful, but it went a little bit to the right. Let's see, I think I did a little ulnar on that one. No, see, the feeling was that I did a little ulnar, but it was only -2. All right, guys, so basically what I'm saying is that before I was really focused in doing flexion, right? I was focused on doing this wrist movement right here, and I never tried to do this down, and I never accomplished any flexion on my downswing. I did accomplish a little bit, but I never actually got it to flexing. So now, since I'm focusing on going up and down, and I'm forgetting completely about flexion and extension, I'm actually flexing without even thinking that I'm flexing. So for me, the most important part, and what's working for me, as you can see in my practice rounds, in my tournaments, and here at home, is the radial and ulnar deviation. So what I'm trying to do here, I'm just trying to go up with my wrist like this, and if I do that, I'm going outside. So I don't have to think about going outside, I just have to think about going radial. So I'm going radial right here, and then from here, instead of trying to do flexion like this, which is twists the face and it's going to be really hard to calm down, I forgot about that, and what I'm doing is this right here, wrist down, and then from here all I got to do is turn, and that's going to come exactly square. You know, I'm not altering the face like this in any way. It's just going to be wrist up and down. So you can use the Hackmotion to see exactly how much ulnar deviation and how much radial deviation you're doing, but you don't have to have it. You can also just do it by feeling that you're going up and down on your downswing. But definitely, you know, if you have the Hackmotion, you're going to see exactly what you're doing, you know, as opposed to just having the feeling. And if you have a video, like I said in many videos, you can't really see, because when I go like this, when I go ulnar from that angle, it looks like I'm doing flexion. Because if you think about it, when you do ulnar, then some sort of flexion with the weight of the club is going to give you a little flexion, and that's why I was able to make contact for the very first time with having some actual flexion without actually thinking of flexing my wrist. If you do use a Hackmotion, or if you have it, or if you plan to have it, make sure to use my discount code below. I always have that. You get a pretty decent discount on your purchase, but again, you don't have to use any tools if you don't want to. I think as long as you know that you're going up and down, that's what's gonna make your swing better, in my opinion. And it's been working very, very good for me. I mean, I tried everything over the years, and I feel like this is the first time that I'm actually shallowing the club. Now, if you only have the standard version for Hackmotion, that's not a problem. You can still use it to feel the ulnar. Like I said, when you do ulnar deviation, it's going to give you flexion. But what I'm suggesting is not to think about doing this. Don't think about doing that. Think about doing this down. So guys, that was it for the video. I hope you enjoyed that. Make sure to leave a like, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to do so. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.